What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the recent rumors around Johnny Gaudreau of the Calgary Flames. Now, the Flames are not off to a favorable start at 10-11-3. Their last loss, I believe, to the Colorado Avalanche, and again, it depends on when you're watching this video, but their next game is against the St. Louis Blues. I'm recording this on the 20th, and I believe they play on the 21st. So if you're watching this at a later date, this is what the record is now. And there's been lots of talk about Johnny Gaudreau and the Calgary Flames about how they've not really gotten off to the best start that they've wanted. And we know that Calgary was fantastic last year, and Johnny Gaudreau was a big part of that. If we're looking at Gaudreau's numbers over the years, he's been absolutely fantastic. And keep in mind, Johnny Gaudreau's only 26, so he's going to continue to do this. And I don't believe that this season is something that we should see over the next few years. He's going to get out of this slump, I guess, and move on to just be the regular Johnny Gaudreau, because, you know, at the start of this season, 24 games played, he has 18 points, he's a -10, which is obviously not great, but plus minus to me isn't the biggest statistic because that's really more of everybody on the ice. But 24 games played, 18 points, so not like the worst start, but 5 goals and 13 assists. The Flames really would like him to score a little bit more. And, you know, at this point, you expect Gaudreau to be like more than a point per game player. Last year, he had 99 points. In 82 games played, he had 36 goals, 63 assists. The season before that, he had 84 points in 80 games, 24 goals and 60 assists. The season before that, 61. The season before that, 78, and then 64. Like, this guy's constantly putting up a boatload of points, and the Flames just don't have a lot of things working right now. And the reason why I didn't want to just single out Johnny Gaudreau, I wanted to make the video on Johnny Gaudreau because, of course, I'm bringing up all of his numbers and stuff, but I don't want to single him out either. And this is coming from 31 Thoughts from Elliotte Friedman, and we know Elliotte Friedman is one of the best in the business, and he knows, you know, he has a little bit of an inside edge. Well, not a little bit. He does have a lot of inside knowledge into what's going on. But he said basically that he thinks it'd be nuts right now, and he'd be surprised if Calgary traded Johnny Gaudreau. His shooting percentage isn't that great. His shooting percentage is around 12.5 right now. He's at 7.8, and you know, the only thing that Calgary's kind of concerned about right now is that, you know, the way that he usually has the confidence in it and the way that he works with the puck in the offensive zone is not really there right now. A huge part of their offense was Gaudreau getting in close, where Sean Monahan could bury it, and of course Sean Monahan isn't exactly playing well right now either. So those things are missing, and they're only really concerned about that, and they know that he's going to get out of it, but that confidence level is something that Calgary is missing right now. But this is what he said too. There's no desire to make a rash move. They're not just going to make the move just because, oh, we're struggling, let's get rid of Gaudreau, let's bring in, you know, a bunch of maybe a prospect or another player, a roster player plus picks and stuff like that. But it's not that easy. If you're flipping Gaudreau, which again I don't think they should, nor do I think they will, you're going to have to get another big piece back, because Calgary, though their record is 10-11-3 at this point, I'm making the video on November 20th, they're still going to want to win games. Like, they still have Tkachuk, they still have Monahan there, they still have a good defensive core. The goaltending is a little iffy, but it's still there. And I believe right now, what's their tandem, Riddick and Talbot, like, it's not exactly fantastic. And again, I haven't watched a ton of Flames games to know that their goaltending tandem has been fantastic, but I haven't really seen them in the news all the time saying like that they're stealing games, because clearly they're not. They're not playing that well. So the other thing here is that Brad Treliving, their GM, is trying to make at least some changes. Now, the Flames are tight to the cap right now, as a lot of good teams are that are struggling. Look at a team like Toronto; they're struggling too, and they're trying to make some moves. Right now, they're looking at a bunch of different names. Mark Jankowski is an example. He's a player that has been really good for Calgary in the past. He's been struggling, 0 points in 21 games. He's scored 31 goals in the last 2 seasons, and 7 of them shorthanded. So he's a little bit versatile. He can go out there and get you a shorthanded goal while also scoring on some 5-on-5 ice time. Friedman says he thinks he's available, but they do see his value over the last 3 seasons, while other GMs will say we'll see this year. So again, there's a bunch of things that they're trying to try out here. Michael Frolik is a guy that's been available. Travis Hamonick's been a guy that's been out there. They also have Oliver Killington on there. Now, this is what I want to get back to as well. Also, right now, Elliot Freeman saying, I don't get sense that Bill Peters is in jeopardy. Calgary made a coaching change when this group, quit out on Glenn Gulutzan. The organization doesn't want that to happen again. So basically, if we're looking at this as a whole, Johnny Gaudreau is the biggest name that Calgary has, and he's been a guy that scored the lights out for them for years. This is the reason why his name is in the whole trade rumor thing, is because he's their best piece. He's the one that would get you the most back. And I think that it's kind of being pushed out there too much that he's a guy that could be traded. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I wanted to give my opinion. I wanted to give my thoughts, because I do think that Johnny Gaudreau will stay a Calgary Flame. But at the same time, you kind of have to discuss it a little bit in terms of what could they get back, or does it make a lot of sense? To me, they're not going to get back anything right now that's going to make sense for them, and they're trying to win now, so I don't see any reason why they should do it. And two, I really just don't believe it's going to happen. I think they're going to hold on to him. There hasn't been any deep trade rumors in regards to Johnny Gaudreau. And I really do believe, with the shooting percentage, the confidence, and the way that he moves around with the puck, that he will get better. So as a fan of hockey and a fan of Johnny Gaudreau, and hell, I love watching the Calgary Flames at night. It's always fun to watch. Usually they're a late game. They're usually on 9:30, 10 o'clock after the Leafs play. I really hope that they pick it up here and they start to play better, and Johnny Gaudreau finds his groove, because his numbers show over the years that this season is an outlier, and he's going to get better. I mean, he still has 18 points currently. Like, it's not like he's playing terrible. They're just expecting more because this whole group is not really playing to the best of its ability. They should be making another move. I don't believe that Johnny Gaudreau is the guy that should be moved out if anything is done. You don't take away your great players away from your great team. You try to find ways to find secondary scoring or secondary help by trading away, a secondary player that you could package together to get something better. I don't know. The Flames just have to figure it out without trading Johnny Gaudreau. So if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I'd love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad. Let's get to 7,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.